Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
All right. Today we're looking at something that's stirred up quite a bit of conversation lately in academia.
Yeah.
That's academicjobs.com's new ranking system.
Lots to unpack there.
Yeah. We've got news articles, we've got opinion pieces, some data analysis. It'll be fun.
Absolutely.
So what is it about this new system that has everyone talking?
Well, I think it's really trying to change, how we think about what it means to be successful as an academic.
Okay. You're saying it's not just about like the number of papers you publish.
Right.
Kind
It's
of.
trying to look at the bigger picture, all the different ways academics contribute, even stuff that might have been overlooked in the past.
I see. So not just stuck in the old ways of doing things.
Exactly. Academicjobs.com is calling it a way to celebrate and promote those who have and continue to create excellence, impact, and energy in higher education.
Hmm. Excellence, impact, and energy. That's a pretty bold statement.
It is. It suggests a real shift in priorities, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So how does this, I guess you could call it a multifaceted system, actually work? What are they measuring?
Well, they've got 8 key metrics. Some are familiar, like experience and publications, but then there's some that are really interesting,
Like what?
like current purpose and motivation.
Hmm?
So, how you see yourself as an academic and what drives you,
Oh, interesting.
and then academic ambition, where you want to go in your career,
Hmm.
student feedback, how your teaching is impacting students,
Makes sense.
and willingness to engage publicly. So, how much you're sharing your work with the wider world.
Now that public engagement one, that's really caught my attention. It's like they're saying academics shouldn't just be, hidden away in their ivory towers.
Yeah, getting out there, making their research matter to people beyond just other academics.
Yeah, exactly. So could this ranking system actually change how academia works? Like, will we see more professors giving public lectures, writing for popular magazines, that sort of thing?
It's definitely possible. I mean, if this system gains traction, it could really shift incentives, right?
For sure. Okay, but let's back up for a second. You mentioned experience as one of the metrics. So is it just about how long someone's been a professor?
Well, it's not that simple. Years of experience are part of it, but they also look at what you've accomplished in that time.
So a younger academic who's already making a big impact could still rank highly.
Exactly. It's not just about, putting in your time.
I like that. What about publications? That's still a big deal, right?
Oh, absolutely. But it's not just about churning out as many papers as possible.
So what are they looking at?
Well, they consider how many papers you've published recently, but they also look at the long-term impact of your work.
Like how much your research is cited by other scholars.
Exactly. So, one really groundbreaking paper that continues to be influential might count for more than a bunch of recent but less impactful publications.
I see. Quality over quantity.
Exactly. And then there's this other metric called affiliate influence, which I find fascinating.
Oh, what's that about?
It takes into account the rankings of the people you collaborate with and the institutions you're affiliated with.
Interesting. So if you're working with top scholars at a prestigious university, that boosts your ranking.
Exactly. It acknowledges that research is often a collaborative effort and that your networks and connections can really influence your success.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've talked about all these different metrics, but what's the big takeaway here? What does all of this mean for academics?
Well, I think, first of all, it encourages academics to really think about what they're doing and what kind of impact they're having.
You mean going beyond just like checking off boxes for publications and grants?
Right. Are they engaging with the public? Are they good mentors to their students? Are they collaborating in meaningful ways? It's a way to think about your career in a much more holistic way.
And maybe even a more accurate way, right?
Yeah.
It's capturing more of the full picture of what it means to be an academic.
I think so. And then, it raises some interesting questions about the future of academia.
Yeah, like what?
Like, how is this emphasis on broader contributions going to affect research and teaching?
And how will it shape public engagement?
Right. Will it lead to a more well-rounded, more impactful academic community? Those are the questions we need to be thinking about.
That's a great point. And I guess for our listeners out there, the big question is, have you tried it out?
Yeah. Put yourself in the system, see where you land. It might give you some new insights into your own academic journey.
Yeah. Maybe even inspire you to try something new.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
It flew by.
Until next time.
See you then.